Alright, we won the die roll. We're going to play first. Well, get to keep this hand. It's not a bad hand, actually. I think Survive the Night's actually an underappreciated card, in my opinion. I really like that it basically is a 3-mana kill spell that draws you a card. I really think that's pretty good. So the options are Survive the Night versus Inspector or Drifter. I think we're actually going to survive here. Main reason I'm surviving is I feel like the 3 power is going to trade with his next spell as well. So I'd rather just guarantee we get value out of Survive the Night now and trade with whatever the next creature is that he's playing. Well, change my mind. Looks like we will not be trading after all. Alright, so guess we crack Clue. Alright, let's play Inspector. And pass. Alright, take 3. And tap. Let's crack a Clue. Uh-oh. The flood is real. Yeah, we're out of gas and we're already behind on board, so not feeling hyper confident about this game, but we do have a couple draws that would be good. Did we just draw? We must have drawn a Thraben Inspector. I don't remember that in my opening hand. Yeah, I think we started with Survive, Devilthorn, Fox, and Drifter. So we drew an Inspector and 4 lands. Not the best. Or 3 lands. Tenacity. Alright. Tenacity doesn't do anything. So we'll chill out. So I could use it defensively. What would that do for me? What would a defensive tenacity do? It would put 4, 6, 9... So, yeah, we might go for the tenacity here. I think we should. I guess we triple block. Triple block. So let's say he has a combat trick. Where does that leave us? Maybe triple block's not that good then. Let's say he's got a... Well, if he has a combat trick, we're going to trade 2 things. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we triple block. think we can play everything in our deck at this point, right? So yeah, I probably don't need to play any more lands. Save them for Stern Constable or Markov Dread Knight. Alright, so he's got at least one trick. Okay. Alright, so it kills our fox. Not the worst exchange. Not a great one either. And we're still out of gas, so still not in a wonderful spot here. Alright, well, Captain helps. So he has 3 card types in yard. Close to getting that Topplegeist active. So, yeah, do I want to trade a Cultivator for a Captain? I guess so. Don't love it, but I would do it. All right. Rancid Rats. All right, got to pass again. Still trying to think if I'd prefer to play white-green here. All right, I'll block here. Chances are he drew a fatty, but rats are kind of there to stop damage. Well, maybe he didn't draw a fatty. I mean, it's more fat, but I'm not really in a position to just take damage from Drifter when I have a rats that I'm not attacking with. So, kind of tempted to sideboard, but here's the real dilemma with sideboarding. I don't know how well this deck is supposed to perform because we just did not get an accurate representation of this deck at all. We just severely flooded out. So if we're severely flooding out, am I supposed to change decks solely based on my opponent's deck? Like, should I try my green-white against his green-white solely based on the fact that I got flooded? And I don't have a great answer for that. So we're just going to apparatus this now. Like, Graph Mole puts a stop to a lot of our early aggro. Does Crow do anything? I guess it buys me a turn. I don't mind him seeing it in a million other cards as well, I guess. There's our always watching. Well, now he's going to bring in the root out for that, I guess. I'm just thinking if I can survive a turn, I can draw Kindly Stranger. Well, I guess not if my opponent's got a Pack Guardian. But I was going to say, we could have drawn a Kindly Stranger if he didn't have the Pack Guardian, and then we could have at least killed the Inquisitor. So, yeah. So now we're dead if he attacks like that. Well, I guess we would have died anyway. So he got us, which is a bummer, but we severely flooded out, which is also a bummer. And like I said, I still cannot just decide now if I'm supposed to be playing green and just ditch out on the black. But like I said, it's just really tough to make a call like that solely based on the fact that our deck could not have underperformed more there. Our deck is literally incapable of underperforming more with that much of a flood. So I guess we only saw 11 of 17, but that's just too much in the top half of your deck. Seeing two-thirds of the land in top half is just never good. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we swap into the green and hope that our green is better than his? And just rely on our tricks instead of our removal? Is that the plan? Root out for True Faith Sensor? True Faith's pretty good. I could see that. Bring in 7 of these. Oops. That was a mistake. Okay, so I'd have to bring in 9 green cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should I try this? We have 2 double green here, so maybe I actually want to do the 8-8 split. Graph Mole interacts basically with what? Inspector, Bishop, Survive. It's not bad. Kind of wanted more. Less Delirium. Or do I want to do the black deck again? This deck has more fatties. Basically no removal, which is pretty bad. But we do have fatties. A couple combat tricks. I don't know. I'm going to try this build out though, I guess. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Any land and it's fine. So, ooh, let bygones be bygones here. I don't want to trade my Drifter for his, so I'm just going to play the Bishop and pass. I don't think I want to trade Drifter for his, but maybe I do. The reason I don't is I have Wicker Witch and Aim High, which is already 3 card types, and I have Root Out. Oh, yeah, that is the 4th type, technically. There's an Always Watching. That's pretty good. Let's get in with bishop here. Oh, we also have the land. That's yet another type. Well, we want to make sure we get some investigations going, so let's play the Wicker Witch. Okay. Busted the Purge. We still got our value off the bishop, so I'm happy I played the Witch. Didn't want him to offer the trade since I have the Always Watching, so I just don't want to make the trade. So a little bummed out about that, but that's alright. So there's our 4th land. We can do Always Watching now. Yeah, that's the plan. Timely land draw, to be sure. See if he's got the root out. The one downside of playing the Crow in our last game was revealing one of the few cards we really did not want to reveal to our opponent. So we can cast Tenacity. Hmm. 3 cards in hand. So we can beat Puncturing Light with Tenacity. We probably just... attack both. If he Puncturing Lights, I think we're going to Tenacity if he does. Unfortunately, Silver Strike I can do nothing about. So I guess we're going to take the bad trade. Because I don't want to play a Tenacity for one guy. And then we'll play the Solitary Hunter. He does have 4 card types, so I guess I did not factor that. But I have aim high, so I can take care of the Toppelgeist. It just means I'm going to have to do it that way. Thornhide Wolves, also potentially a problem here. So he taps down Hunter. Yeah, unfortunately Toppelgeist has to die. So we'll cycle the Clue. Thornhide Wolves of our own, sure. So let's pass. Obviously I want to hit the Thornhide Wolves too, but I think we got to hit this Toppelgeist. This is a 4/4, which would be a 2-turn clock. I think we do Thornhide Wolf, just in case he's got the answer for the one of the pack. got 8 toughness defending, 6 blocking. So we can just gain a bunch of life if we tenacity here. Assume we want to do that. Although he takes 6, he loses his wolf. Actually, I guess we just take this trade. Because with the Reaper, then we're pretty golden. All right. So I guess the green deck is better here, solely because he's got like Graph Mole and Militant Inquisitor, which I guess block our stuff better. I don't know. I don't know if the green deck's better or not. We just had a much better distribution this game than the last one. Do I even like Apparatus anymore? Now I have to think about that. I mean, it turns on our Reapers, but what did we really see that it kills? Doesn't kill Inquisitor. Doesn't kill Graph Mole. Kills Moorland Drifter. I kind of want to bring in Ox, to be honest, because it blocks his Thornhide Wolves. Is Stern Constable good here? It's not great. It's a creature. I still want the root out. I think True Faith Sensor is a problem. He's got enough humans where that's going to be an issue. I kind of want to keep all my tricks. I can't remember. I feel like there's something else Apparatus kills. I just cannot put my finger on it. I kind of feel like I just sort of want ways to deal damage because this deck just does not put out damage. Non-creature damage, I should say. Is Wicker Witch not needed? I mean, we have 2 Reapers. We have a Kessick Dire Swine. Both of which are not fantastic. Like I said, the Ox blocks well against stupid Thornhide Wolves, which makes it a kind of attractive option. But do I want it or not? Constable to tap down a fatty. Probably not great. I feel like we burn through our hand fairly quickly. Although the curve is a little bit higher on this deck. It's not good against like Topplegeist. Yeah, actually, that's the one I forgot. Topplegeist. I need to be able to kill Topplegeist. So Apparatus has to stay in. I kind of want to cut the Constable for the Ox. Just because we didn't really see any bomb creatures out of him, and this can block pretty much everything on the ground. And then we fly over top. I'm going to do that. We'll see if we get punished for it. This hand looks good. Vessel's a good card. Ooh. Always Watching. That's a sexy card too. Alright, I'm going to let him Puncturing Light, a Town Gossip Monger. Looks like he's uninterested. So I think the play is Graph Mole into Captain into Always Watching. That seems like a better turn progression to me. Nice. He's already got the good stuff, huh? He's already got the good stuff. Well, we've got explosive apparatus, so I'm not sure if we're necessarily in an emergency situation yet. I kind of want to set up to flip Gossip Monger because we're going to play Captain. Or I can just apparatus the Cultivator next turn. We'll see if I'm flipping Gossip Monger based on what he plays. So he's got a Pack Guardian. So I think that means I'm not going to flip my Gossip Monger. Because if I flipped and attacked, I guess I could trade. Guess I could have. It's not great. I can still do always watching, swing with both. Maybe he trades here. I'm trying to think what's better. So if I cast always watching now and attack and he plays Pack Guardian and he discards a wolf, I still get to flip my Gossip Monger, so then it becomes a 3-4. So I have a 3-4 and a 3-5. He death touches down the Graph Mole or the Gossip Monger. And then he double blocks the other one. That's not bad. He also could have Puncturing Light. I'm not sure. If he has Puncturing Light, does that matter? I think I'm just going to play Apparatus for now and pass. Because I think he's got Pack Guardian. Pretty confident of that. Alright, so I can kill the Cultivator now. No pump effects. If he gets a Topplegeist, though, we're in a little bit of trouble. But I might just need to commit to the Cultivator. Probably not, actually. I guess we'll let the Cultivator live for now. I can also block and pump Gossip Monger to trade with Pack Guardian, so we're actually in fine shape here. Alright. Alright. It's got a good curve. He uses Confront there, though, which could be a good advantage for us. So we're going to play our Reaper and pass. Might need to take a hit from the Pack Guardian this turn, but next turn we get to go always watching, I think. Ooh, well, Obsessive Skinner is going to have to die to Explosive Apparatus. This is okay. We're going to take some damage here, no doubt. But unfortunately, he gets to immediately pump too, which is a big deal. It is a big deal. Yeah, this makes it difficult. So we can't afford to take 9 here, pretty obviously. But we're going to have to take 7. So we're going to take our 7. All right. Guy's got plays for days. Got it. See what he upkeep pumps. Because I am curious. All right, that's actually a good target for us, for him to choose to pump. So let's just take care of the Skinner now. That thing's got to die. We draw, we play our Always Watching. We bash with Reaper. He's got 1 card left in hand. All right. Don't think we're in any position to play around tricks here. That is for certain. Wish I could do something about that. Tenacity's not bad. Still want to sandbag land for Pack Guardian of our own. So I guess we play the Inspiring Captain. And we'll bash for 5. So we can't cast Tenacity. All right. I think we're going to have to take 6 here. Well, I guess, I mean, we're not, like I said, we're just not playing around tricks. That is what it comes down to here. I think we're just going to try and kill Geist. We're going to block the Wolf. We got to get some bodies off of his side. 4, 6, 9. That does leave us dead to, like, Strength of Arms. So maybe we play around that. All right, maybe we play around a +2, because there could be Aim High as well. Well, Aim High, we're just dead, right? Aim High, we're just dead. Strength of Arms, we're just dead. I'm not going to play around a trick. Like, if I block this and he has Strength of Arms, he just eats my guy anyway. That doesn't seem very good. Like, don't I just die to a trick? I die to a +2 trick like this. So my other option is block like this. 4, 6, 8. He kills one of our guys. That seems so bad. That does seem really bad. I guess I'm going to play around a +2 pump trick to die. Alright, well. No, that's a good draw. Silver Strike 2. God, what a bummer. Bums me out, bro, that he's got all the goodies. Really bums me out. Alright, so what's our best blocks with this tenacity? Taking this, eating this, eating this. So we can eat this with this. We still trade here, though, which kind of sucks. I could leave him the Graph Mole, but then my attacks suck. So I probably have to trade my Fox off. Which I'm not in love with. I admit I'm not in love with. Alright. Fatty. Veteran Cathar. Now there is a good draw. That is a good draw. We can afford to take a cultivator. He has a second Silver Strike. Oh my god. Alright, and he's a land away from actually, he can activate that, so I have to deal with everything. He's completely played his hand. We're out of gas. We drew a land. Alright, everybody, my computer blue screened. So I restarted my computer. I had to wait for Camtasia to recover the recording. It's been recovered. So then I played Thraben Inspector, and then I drew off the clue, and we got another land. So we are definitely toast now. Alright. Not the greatest of starts. We'll see you in round 2.